Look at these two shots. They have the same contrast, the same saturation and the exact same creative grade. But this one looks rich and clean, while the other one quickly turns yellow and falls apart. In a moment I will show you just how much color can be hidden by one small white balance error. Watch what happens to this shot. At normal saturation the white balance looks acceptable. It's not perfect, but nothing immediately screams that something is wrong. Now I increase the saturation. The whole image quickly turns yellow. At this point, my first reaction could be to reduce the saturation and accept that this footage simply doesn't contain much color. The saturation is not the main problem, the white balance is. So I balance the shot first. It has to be a neutral base. And I can push the saturation far beyond the point where the first version started to break. In this example, I can bring out almost 3 times more color before the image begins to look wrong. The camera didn't suddenly capture more information. That color was already there. The incorrect white balance was simply preventing me from using it. For a much more reliable result, you can use a neutral gray card. I use this Calibrate ColorChecker Passport Video too, but you don't need a full ColorChecker just to balance your footage. Place the card where your subject will be and make sure it receives the same light. If you're recording a normal video with the colors already baked in, it's better to get the white balance reasonably close inside the camera. When you record RAW, you have much more freedom to change the white balance in post without the same visual penalty. But why use a gray card? Why not just grab a white sheet of paper? Because something that looks white is not always truly neutral. Printer paper can have a slight blue, yellow or green tint. White paper is also very easy to overexpose. Once it clips, it stops being a useful color reference. Now let's use it in DaVinci Resolve. I open the color page and select the white balance picker. Then I just click on the neutral gray area of the card. Resolve uses that sample to remove the color cast and bring the image closer to a neutral balance. And sometimes that single click is all the shot needs. I also like using the offset wheel when I want to adjust the balance by eye. Because offset moves the whole image together, I can gently push the color in the opposite direction of the cast. I usually make very small movements. The goal is not to create the final look yet. It's only to remove the unwanted cast and give the grade a cleaner base. And if your footage still feels wrong after balancing it, white balance may not be the only problem. In this video I cover 6 common color grading mistakes and show you how to avoid them. Thanks for watching, and remember, let your films be shot by reality.